Alrighty. Howdy ho, folks. Multiversal Medium here for another episode of Harvestella. The game where they just cannot do story beats well, and gosh, were they trying to be tragic, but god, did they not handle it right, because we have no reason to care. We really don't. It's astounding. Is it gonna let me save? Nope. We're in a cutscene, like, chain, basically. We are not allowed to save anymore. Anyways, like, we don't really have much of a reason to care about this girl. We really don't. We've known her for 2 hours best. Not much beyond that. Oh, what's this going? What you doing, Ben? You're more interesting. Go and look for emo right now. No, we have anglerfish person that we could actually talk to, though. Fine, whatever. But like, we've known her basically for like 2 hours in game. We have no reason to really fully empathize with her. Obviously, we can kind of sympathize, but it's not going to hit as hard as like these story beats are trying to hit. This girl's had like her entire family and her entire species basically wiped out. Meanwhile, she's constantly going meep meep. And we have barely any proper interactions with her, as well as a proper build up to that. We haven't been adventuring with her for a while, and we haven't found out it's her lifelong journey to meet back up with her family. We haven't had any proper story beats to fully just get those connections and then be devastated at the severing of them. It was all completely rushed, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm from a by-the-book standpoint. Yeah, it's tragic. Her race is basically extinct now. But it's quite literally from a by-the-book standpoint. It's like reading just a paragraph in a book about something that happened that has no connection to you. I'm not emotionally invested because I haven't had the time to be emotionally invested or to even have any chance to get connected and invested. This happens a lot in Final Fantasy. It happens a lot in JRPGs in general. And like, just to contrast, like I said, this recording session is going up after recording all of Dragon Quest Treasures. There were a handful of cutscenes. Not a lot, because there are a lot of cutscenes in Dragon Quest Treasures. But a couple of cutscenes legit gave me goosebumps, because I was invested. Like, legit just a few goosebumps, like, oh, fuck yeah, man. They properly handled that bit. Like, all the emotion is right there. And I want that emotion to follow through. I don't think I'm ever going to experience that in this game, ever. I really don't. Anyways, let's talk to Emo as she stares off into the sea in the middle of the night. Super emo-like. Such an emo thing to do. I like how they gave her like stupid little like antenna things, while they also gave her a dress that just her antenna things clip through, because they just didn't design that well. There you are, or say you were here all along, or well, I guess there you are. Meep. So Lorelei made that bulla, or a bulla that big shows that they cared. So Lorelei made that bulla. Meep. So you've got to go and fight Lorelei. Gotta do it for them. Only you can stand up to her. Oh, where's this? I briefly mentioned it last episode and how it's explained. We were told by the little bubbles or whatever that all the sirens did a sacrificial song or whatever to stop the ocean's flame. And they basically got fused with the ocean's flame, whatever. Lorelei, as far as we're aware technically, is just what the fishermen were calling where this song was emanating from. As far as we're aware, context-wise, it's the ocean's flame, the thing that the sirens were trying to contain, and their souls are now, like, fused into it. What do you mean only you can stand up to her? I mentioned last episode, it's going to be some enemy we need to defeat. But there's no reason, and I quite literally mean no reason in any of the contexts we've had so far for any of our characters to think Lorelei is anything but a frickin' like just weird glow from the sea's light. There's no reason for us to think this way. There's no reason for this stupid fairy to think they're a person. It's a logical leap when you look at it from a video game perspective. Like, this is a video game. It obviously needs a boss. The boss is the thing we need to defeat. Oh, only she can stand up to her. Makes sense video game, like, logic-wise. But there is no build-up or anything for it to be that way. This game is so bad about this kind of thing. They don't properly explain, elaborate, or do anything to build up anything. Anyways, you've got to go do it. Only you can stand up for her. You're not allowed to grieve, I guess. Whatever. You're so strong. We're counting on you too. Oh, it's freaking... It feels like she's the protagonist of the story. And she's kind of getting the same BS I was getting when we were in the first town. Where it's like, I don't really want to do that. You're so great for doing that. Okay, I guess I'm stuck doing that. I guess you're so strong. I'm not counting on you. I don't care. I'm not invested. I don't care. Meep. Like, as far as I'm aware, even though I'm like on this stupid quest because this fairy demands I do something with the sea's light, as far as my character is aware, I don't need to deal with Lorelei. Lorelei's just there. I just need to touch the sea's light or something. Because it's not been explained what I need to do at the sea's lights. As far as I'm aware, I can just say like, okay, Emo, you go deal with Lorelei. I'm going to go touch the sea's light or whatever, and we're good. That's what I'm talking about. They're just like, all the plot beats in this game are just bridged by the fact that you've played games before. They're not good plot beats. And that's with an NPC like Cress, who literally just shows up to bridge plot. It's not handled well. They didn't do anything good plot-wise. Let's go back to the atelier. Surely Hein must be back by now. Why would I care about that? Emo joined the party again. Why? Why? You literally had a pop-up that she left our party after one cutscene. Had two cutscenes that I had to do directly afterward, and it says she joined the party again. I would like to reiterate, I'm not able to do anything else besides these cutscenes. There is no reason to have her leave my party. There's no reason. Why was that even necessary? I'm not able to go home. I'm not able to do anything else but those cutscenes. Like, dude. So are you ready to return to the Coral Shrine? Yes, Sola is stronger than ever. Now I'll be able to join you on your expedition. I don't care about that. Wait, you can fight? Maybe you can? I don't care. Hey, look who you're talking to. Yeah, actually, like, not for nothing, but Arya, between you and Hein, I think I could beat up both of you. I don't think either of you can fight. And like, Arya, you're literally like a pugilist, like mechanical mage. I still think I could beat you up. By the way, whatever happened to the fact, like, you can't go anywhere, a stiff breeze would knock you over, but you're a pugilist. Whatever. You just be sure not to get under my feet when I'm saving the day. Okay. I joined your party. You know what would have made sense if Emo was leaving our party? I don't know, like him joining in that slot. Okay, so this tutorial is stupid and light, Party formation. You can organize your party under party in the menu whenever you are near a modus monolith. Yeah, I figured that out. I find it hilarious that it's giving us this tutorial now, when quite literally I had to use it to get Emo to join me in the dungeon before. I've already had to use this. There's legit no reason to only give me this pop-up now. I intuitively figured it out by playing the game when I needed it. But now that we have 4 party members, it's telling us when I would have needed this just for the 3rd party member. Moving on. Hein's meeting with Hein awakens heightened prowess. You acquired the mechanic job class. Cool. Job mechanic. A job proficient at physical attacks and weakening enemies. It can charge its normal attack by holding the Y button. Cool. If everyone's ready, I think it's time we made our way back to the Coral Shrine. Dude, it's nap time. I wake up at like 8. It's like go night-night, man. Like I got an early day tomorrow of just staying in my house because it's quietest or whatever. So, not for nothing, but I'm gonna return home. Like seriously, I don't think I can finish off whatever's left in the dungeon within like 3 in-game hours or whatever. Also, I'm certain I brought this up at some point. Why are you locked into leveling up after you sleep? Why can't I level up while in the overworld? Why is it I have to sleep just to get level ups? Why? Because it's a design choice for them to do that. There's no other way to look at it. They made a choice for that's just how you level up. Why? That's all I'm asking. Just why? Oh, 5 days until quietus. Okay, cool. No cutscenes? Even cooler. Did I do anything with this? Yeah, sure. Just one to go before we get a better something or other. But hey, guess what? I'm not doing any of that. Don't care about it. I totally stopped watering the stuff yesterday. Do not care. Ooh, aloe juice? Okay. What's aloe juice? 600 HP, removes magic defense down. So it's just a better berry juice because it has an effect. Okay, yeah, that's whatever. I think I need 2 more silver and what, 3 more copper before I can upgrade my weapon again. Firelight fruit, sure. I don't care, just pop whatever in there. Guess that's just how I'm making healing items. Who cares? Like, seriously. Pop anything and everything in there. Does not matter. There we go.
Bye-bye.
Like, I know I've gone on tangents how money's basically worthless as far as I'm aware. If it's different in the future, sure, I'll eat my words. It's fine. I will not deny that. Okay, so I can. Cool. But it's even more so the second you get the fermenting barrel, because that just lets you make healing items. It just lets you make healing items from stuff you forage. So you're basically just super good on healing items at that point too. Whatever. Pop a save. See if we actually, nah. It's a good thing I checked this. It is such a good thing I checked this. The fact that she was out of our party for all of 2 cutscenes made it so she wasn't in our party like lineup anymore. That is so good that I checked that. How the F dare they? Like, seriously, there's no reason for that. Whatever. Let's just move ahead. Try to get this sorted. They made a big bubble. Congrats. Good on them. Like I said, they just rushed all these plot beats and I don't feel invested. I have no reason to be invested. And it's not even from the perspective of, hey, I'm the type of person who will point out so-and-so and I've got a chip on my shoulder about this game. So that's kind of obvious now. But I want you to notice how quickly I changed my tune when it was the extra cutscene after she left the bar and it was just Hein. You notice the second that happened, I praised the game. 100%. I was like, that's actually a nice way of handling that. The second there's something good in this game, I will praise it. It's just that there's so few things in here that are just decent. Like, seriously, there's just so few reasoning I should actually care. The long and short of it. I still don't think I finished like a thought process from like 2 episodes ago. Physically active mages are becoming popular in media, and that's effing awesome. Because physically active mages make sense. Like, don't get me wrong, you can have some setting reason where like magic doesn't work well if you're wearing like plate armor or leather. That actually works if you build around it world building wise. There's nothing inherently wrong with mages being locked into a cloth armor type setup. You can work with it. There's nothing wrong if you build around it, making mages have to use staffs or whatever. But what about magic in your setting makes them into a dude who would get their face like just pushed into a pile of sand on a beach? Like, what makes them so weak and just unphysically powerful in your setting? Why do they have to just not know how to walk or run? What about your setting demands that, is all I'm asking. Because if a mage in your setting can legit do physical activity and, you know, build up physical stamina, there's really no reason you have them just set up as a super squishy, can't do anything character. Yeah, sure, get them set up in the back lines of your weird army, RTS, whatever, and have them do ranged magic. That's not against what I just said. It makes sense. They're like throwing out magical spells, and maybe that's really devastating and powerful on the battlefield. And the people in front would be defending that like magical artillery. It makes sense. But the second you get a mage into like melee distance, they're just basically like cutting through paper. No, that doesn't make sense. The dude should be able to run. Should be able to do something. Opposed to just stand around and be cut to pieces. It's something that's always kind of irked me, and I'm glad it's changing. I'm glad like writers and people who make media are like, yeah, we don't really need to be doing that, do we, huh? We can just kind of like, I don't know, have this mage dude know how to do things, huh? It's like, yeah, you can actually. The reason I'm saying like I'm seeing it more often is I'm seeing it in a lot of games in general recently. Heck, I think Dragon Age has slowly been moving towards that with like the past 3 games. And it was kind of touched upon in the first Dragon Age game with the Arcane Warrior kind of setup. Whereas like that was a subclass you could choose in the first game where it's like plate mail and all that stuff. a lot of like melee weapons, they required strength stats, obviously, in order to equip them, because it's a computer RPG. With the Arcane Warrior, if you got that subclass, you were able to use your magic or your intelligence stat as a strength stat for all that stuff and any checks they would have. So basically it turned your mage that was super squishy into a melee DPS with magic. And it was a great subclass for what it was. But yeah, Dragon Age has always kind of like leaned more into that. You saw in the second game, even though the second game sucks, like the mages starting to be more agile and like physically active with their animations of attacking and stuff. You started to see in let's drop down actually in the third Dragon Age game, there was a subclass that was all about getting into the enemy's faces and using a giant spectral sword. And yeah, I know Dragon Age 4 is out, Veilguard, and I know people have opinions about it. I haven't played it. I don't have an opinion. I know 2 people who are super into it and find it fun, and that's my only opinion on it. I know 2 people who like it, because I'm going to wait for it to go on Supercell before I buy it. I've got too much of a backlog to be picking up a new, like, $60+ game, man. I really do. But basically, I know a lot of people have opinions, but from what I've seen, because the 2 people who I know who like this game are playing mages. Mages are super, like, able to be physical depending on how you build them. And they can be a melee mage. And that's something I'm seeing a lot more and I'm happy with. I'm seeing it a lot in tabletop RPG stuff. Of like, it's a different type of mage, but it is a type of mage. Like seriously, it's the stupid like trope of tabletop and I cast fireball. And it's like, this is like a frickin' really confined space. That's gonna do damage. It's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, so take that and say, oh, is there a little... Wait, okay, actually, I'm gonna go grab that real quick. Why not? Take that stupid thing with fireball. Get a racial resistance to fire. And have a mage-type dude run up and cast fireball in an enemy's face. Like, just punch a fireball in their face, basically. That would be devastating, depending on the level. And that's awesome. And really cool and funny. And since you're super resistant to fire, yeah, you'll take a bit of damage, but not much. Yeah, that's fine. That's the kind of nonsense I'd expect from, like, a mage in a setting like that. Did I break their AI by stopping to attack? Whatever. There we go. So yeah, there's just... Obviously, like, depending on the setting, like, casting a huge AoE from, like, point-blank range isn't smart, but funny. Also, it doesn't have to be a huge AoE. It really doesn't. Technically, in, like, tabletop games, you can get, like, a cantrip, which is, like, basically just create fire. And you can just make a fire. It's like, oh, cool, whatever. But from this side, I can build this. Oh my freaking god, are you serious? Why is the text just Japanese right here? Oh my god. I don't have any expectations, but they keep letting me down. That is just pure Japanese text. What the F? Like, dude. That's... I know I complained in this game, but you can't say that's okay. You really can't. That is just a major issue with localization. I applied a patch for this game, like, as soon as I started playing it. Like, I was actually connected to the internet. Like, I'm up to date on this. That's... So they just never patched that out. In fact, it shouldn't have to be patched out. That should have been, like, noticed right, like, during playtesting. We have like, a big buff enemy on the other side of the bridge that this is skipping, basically. So players are going to want to do this because they don't want to fight the tough enemy, because we keep getting told not to. This is literally the pathway we're expected to take. It is almost a, like, it's almost a necessary freaking thing. And they freaking just have Japanese text there? Are you effing serious? Like, seriously. This is a AAA studio. That isn't like, oh, it's an indie studio kind of getting their own thing. This is Square Enix. I need to repair the fountain now? Why? We've never had to repair a single fountain before. You're just introducing things to waste time because you know I'll have to, like, leave the dungeon and come back. It's the entire reason every repair thing takes an hour. You're literally trying to waste all my time before I finish exploring an area. It's all we're dealing with. You're like, dude, why? You're making it difficult to play the game is what you're doing. That's all. Just why? Yeah, this is a AAA studio. That is, like, some might expect from an indie studio that's kind of early accessy, or maybe was going through early access and they just did a full release. No, a AAA studio, a well-known one for this genre of game, didn't properly localize and translate their game. That's what you're telling me. Square Enix just has Japanese text in this game at parts. That's what you're telling me. No, it's not acceptable. It's quite literally just that. It is not acceptable. You cannot, like, freaking dish out a game like this and say, like, yeah, it's fine. We just forgot to do various parts of the thing we were supposed to do for our job. No. Quite literally just no. They deserve to be ragged for this.
This is a dangerous one.
A lot of these dudes. Is there anything on the... There's this over here. I'm gonna grab those. Whatever. Nope, I'm down. Whatever. Water orb recipe. Oh, okay. So that's what dying's like. You can tell I'm so, like, upset. Whatever. So do I just, like, lose money? What am I losing? Because I died. Because apparently I'm already in super debt. I like how confused my person is. Like, how did I end up here? Wasn't I under the ocean? Oh, you're awake. That's a relief, is it? I don't want to be awake right now. You had me worried. I had a bad feeling, so I get... Wait, what? I had a bad feeling, so I came to find you. And found you unconscious in front of your house. What? That is not what happened. No, that's not what happened. Does this bee have one of those, like, Apple AirTag things just attached to my clothing? Is she stalking me? Is that how she knew I left my house during Quietus last time? Is this bee stalking me with, like, an Apple AirTag? There's no other way. Are you feeling okay? You were very weak, and I would have been outside my house. Like, no. Look, I don't know what happened, but you shouldn't worry me like that, okay? Don't pretend like we're friends. We're not friends. You were lucky I was here to help you this time, but I can't guarantee I'll be around if it happens again. Anyway, I'm going home. Oh, and I already took my doctor's fee. If that's all money is for, fine, whatever. I don't care. Sure, let's keep doing it that way. I wake up a bit later, who cares? It's fine. Like, yeah, I have to around and found out, but I got the item. I don't feel bad about it. Firelight juice. What does firelight juice equate to? 600 HP, fire damage up. Continual damage. You'd have to be brave to drink this. Firelight fruit juice, it is explosive, but keep it away from fire. So do I take continual damage when I drink this? No, screw it, let's find out. Do I take continual damage? Yeah, I think I do. Okay. Interesting. Whatever. It's just curious. Don't care. Got enough copper. Do I have enough silver now? Paralyzed here, red leaf, whatever. Sort. Where is my ore nonsense? Ore nonsense? Here? Okay. Yeah, we got enough. We're gonna go upgrade our weapon. Sounds like a better usage of my freaking money than a majority of things. Like, so is the continual damage going to keep going now that I went to the world map? Like, how long before this? Nope, I'm just fully healed now. Okay. Well, I guess that's something to know. Going to the world map is a full heal. Don't know why that's a thing, but sure. I've dealt with dumber game mechanics. Whatever. Yeah, just upgrade my weapon again. Because why would I upgrade anyone else's? I don't know if they're going to stay in my party. Maybe they'll leave my party for 2 cutscenes again. Okay, need gold ore and 8 silver ore. Why would I use gold ore to upgrade my weapon? I mean, it's kind of weird enough that I'm using silver. Like, yeah, silver and gold are very pretty metals. Wow. They're horrible for a lot of things. Silver is a bit better, but gold is a super soft metal. Like, if I had, like, a sword made out of gold, because, like, Minecraft logic or whatever, if I hit anyone with that, it would bend. It's not a good thing to make tools out of. It's super soft. Like, it's just not up to being useful as a tool. And weapons are just tools. Ah, well. Let's see here. All the water down, basically. Are we just kind of good to go water-wise? I don't know why I'd want to be there. Yeah. I'm trying to think. We can go up here. I guess it was good I did do this stupid shortcut earlier. I had the full moment of like, is it worth it? Should I bother? And apparently, yeah. But over here with some water. Oh yeah, there's something. What's this? You found a Canelo doll. Cool, we got a random collectathon MacGuffin thing. It's astounding how different my party members are in this game compared to Dragon Quest Treasures. Because, like, you don't really need to be fighting a majority of enemies in Dragon Quest Treasures. You just kind of need to get to a certain level by the end of the game, whatever, and you're good. But gosh, do your party members try to make sure you're leveled enough. You get within, like, a 5-mile radius of any enemy, and they're going to, like, just home in on them and be like, no, man, we ain't cool. You came to the wrong neighborhood. It's like, I live here, and it's like, wrong neighborhood for you to be living in. Meanwhile, like the entire game's about like just kind of exploration and looking for treasure. I'm certain when you get to like super higher levels and all that, like and your monster or party members are just like one-shotting everything, it super trivializes everything. Let's see here. Obviously to the north is where we should go. There might be treasure chests to the eastern area, but let's just go down here. I don't super care about it. It's whatever. How do you know why I'm collecting all these materials? And apparently this was right at the start. Okay. Cool. Just a random backtracking thing. And if it works, it works.
Let's combine our efforts and trip this business together.
Oh, well, guys. It's looking like it's been an episode, so I'm going to call it here. And next episode, hopefully we'll finish this dungeon. That'll be nice. Actually make progress plotline-wise. Try to crank out this RPG, all that fun stuff. Because, yeah. JRPGs, am I right? Sometimes they go way too long for a storyline that did not need something to go that long. Some of them totally justify it. But with writing like this game, do you think they totally justified how long this game is? Do you think? Yeah, basically. We'll see how it is. Anyways, guys, like I said, I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna realize I don't think any of my party members or me have AoEs. Well, actually, I suppose that stupid, like, flame slash thing is an AoE, but whatever. That'd mean I'd have to change jobs and get in melee range, and why would I do that? Like, I could have someone else get punched instead of me. Anyways, it's been a lot, and I'll talk to you in another episode of Harvestella. And until then, ciao.